Hello everyone, welcome to today's discussion on Introduction to Deep Learning. As a part of this discussion, you are going to learn several things related to deep learning, starting from very basic concept of building blocks of deep learning and its components till very advanced implementations of deep learning algorithms. As a part of this class, you are not only going to learn the backbone concept of deep neural network. Along with that, you are going to develop your own skill to implement moderate and very advanced level of real-life deep learning challenges by your own. I'm sure this is going to be a very exciting lesson for all of you. Let's jump in to see what are the things we are going to learn as a part of this video class. First of all, you are going to learn what is deep learning all about. So next time when you are talking to someone who is a deep learning champion, so that you can understand the language they are talking in, the frequency they are discussing the things, so that you will be in the same page along with them, those experts. So that would be definitely very helpful for you to understand the context of the discussions. Next point which we are going to discuss, how deep learning works. So I will take you to the inside of whole framework and will explain through each and every components how they are getting trained as a part of this deep learning training process, and what are the several key components they have which you need to know to start with this whole understanding process. Later I will expand those knowledges so that you will have a complete picture about how deep learning works. In the third session, basically we are going to discuss about the key components of deep learning framework. And that may include different kind of layers like dense layers, something like flattened layers, dropout layers, and convolution layers, max pool layers, and these sort of things. Along with that, different sort of neurons like perceptron, then ReLU, then tang, and then kind of sigmoid. So along with that, different kind of optimization mechanism like Adam, then RMS prop, and all these sort of things you are going to learn as a part of that class. Basically that would be to develop the bucket of your knowledge. Later will point all of these dots together so that you will have a complete idea about how inside deep learning is behaving to give you the final result which you need to produce the classification outputs or regression outputs, however you are going to apply it for. Next point, we are going to discuss about some key available free data sets in recent time which you can leverage by your own to practice your knowledge, to implement your own algorithms, to implement your own concepts on deep learning through Python coding or anything else you know or you want to learn later. Some of them are very interesting, like MNIST digit recognition process, then Oxford flowers. There you have kind of 17, I believe 17 for the smaller data set and more than 100 for the bigger data sets. That's not all. Along with that, you will have a big repository of ImageNet data source, which can have millions of images for kind of more than 20,000 of different classes. So those data sets are so fast that it's not old to download all these images to your local system. It's better to kind of access them through URL links. Normally they provide the URL links for all those images. So we'll discuss about some of these freely available data sets in that session. After that, we are going to discuss some of the kind of very interesting implementations called tensor board, which I will show like how the model is taking input and how it is learning different representations of your data as a part of different set of neurons and how it is giving the final output. So again, that would be very interesting for understanding point of view. I'm sure you will enjoy that thing. Now we'll expand our knowledge to another layer which is very important from image recognition point of view, and that session will contain basically the deep understanding of convolution neural network. So you will not only learn the concept how convolution works, along with that you are going to have some project to implement it by your own, so that you will understand deeply and you can correlate with your own project with this understanding whatever you are going to get from this class. As a part of session 6, you are going to have end-to-end project on one of these freely available data sets, and you are going to implement them using one of the famous available deep learning framework called Keras. So we will start with a very shallow network, and then we'll expand these networks to add multiple hidden layers to make it very deep neural networks. If possible, we'll also try to implement some of the state-of-the-art frameworks as well, like Resonate, VG. I forgot the network name. I will explain it later. Okay. And as a part of final lesson, you are going to learn TensorFlow, and we will try to replace our Keras model with TensorFlow coding and implementations. Alright, so that's all you have basically as a part of this introduction to deep learning class. So in the later sessions and later videos, you are going to learn several advanced concepts on deep learning. So stay tuned and see you now in the next videos.